Well, hello there. How the hell are you? Happy New Year to everybody out there and anybody else who's listening or not listening. How the hell are things with everybody? I'm just going to wait and give it a few minutes for people to come in. It's been quite a while since I've been live. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Let me just give it a few minutes for people to come in. I didn't do a scheduled reminder. I should have done, but I just didn't. So if anybody's interested in talking about the Idaho 4 case today, that's what I wanted to talk about. I don't know, there's just a lot about that case that is not sitting right with a whole lot of people. And actually it's quite scary to think that that guy could end up going down for something that he didn't do. Yeah. I'm just going to drop the link for anybody if they want to come up and have a chat. That's also cool. Okay, cool. Drop the link. I'm just going to give it a few minutes for people to arrive because, as I say, I didn't do a scheduled live, or I didn't really say too much about going live. I just put up a note the other night saying or a post saying I was going to go live, but yeah, I'll have to do scheduled posts in future. It's just been so long since I've been live. Yeah. Okay, so I may as well just start talking, I think. So I've been watching a lot on the Idaho case, the Idaho 4 case. Oh God, there's just so much that doesn't sit right, Originally on the report, on the coroner's report, I know they were saying that they thought there was two weapons, and what was it, the coroner, or I can't remember, one of them was saying that they looked like some of them had gouges rather than stab wounds. What Zana and Ethan and those two girls went through, it's just, I mean, it's unimaginable, really. I mean, it's hard to even put into words. I do have the photographs, but to be honest, I got rid of them, and I'll tell you why. I didn't really want that on my phone. I had them downloaded onto my laptop, but I got rid of them. To be honest, there was no real need for me to be showing those photographs because there's so many people showing them on YouTube at the minute anyway. So what I did do was I did 2 posts of a channel that had compiled them together, because there's 3,000, well, just almost 3,000 photographs in total. And that was a whole lot of photographs. You can download them directly from Idaho police station. And there was just so many. And unfortunately, they forgot to redact one with, you could see a little part of Zana, her face and her shoulder, and oh God, I mean, it doesn't bear thinking about. So I mean, yeah, I don't want that energy in my phone or in my laptop or anywhere else. I downloaded them when they first came up. Jules, Crime Time with Jules, I think she was the first one to get them. I think she was the first. She paid for the videos as well, if I'm not, yeah, I'm 100% sure about that. She paid for the video for the CCTV audio and footage on 112. That was the house sort of in front, to the side, but in front of the Idaho house. And they had CCTV cameras on their back porch because they had stairs that would go up to the balcony so people could come in and out that way. I think that was just another entrance or exit for another apartment. I don't think it was the entire house. I think that was just their apartment's entrance. And what that camera picked up was absolutely terrifying. And they're saying, oh, there was a party here and there was a loud TV there. And when you really listen to it, if you can, there's so many programs now that you can take out white noise. You can take out funny other little sounds that the camera may have picked up or whatever, and you can get rid of that. You can isolate them, so then you're left with raw footage. Then you can enhance the footage or the sound, whatever, and you can hear things being said. You can hear certain things being said, um, and it's just terrifying. So if the police really still think that those kids were still alive at 4 o'clock, that there's something very, very wrong. Um, because I definitely think there had to have been two people in Xana's room, keeping one of them down, or just attacking the two of them, because Ethan was such a big guy. I mean, it would have taken a lot to put that kid down. God help him. Like, I don't even want to think about it, to be honest with you. And just Xana's face was just, it's just very sad. The whole thing is very, very sad. But what would be worse would be an innocent man going down for something that he didn't do. Now, I'm still puzzled as to why he said that he did do it. I don't understand that. I don't understand why he's said that he done it. I'm wondering, has somebody said something to him? Has somebody? Hey, Salty, how you doing, darling? No, you haven't missed anything. I'm just talking about the Idaho 4 case. I don't know if you've been watching it, or if you want to come up and have a chat, do. I dropped the link there. I didn't do a scheduled live. I should do, but that's just me. I just done a post and forgot about it. But because did it? You think he did it? Oh, right. Okay. Okay. So you see, the thing is, there's this other investigator. Okay, I'll tell you the story. I can't think of this chap's name. He was a homeless man, and he was collapsed outside an off license, as we call it here. A liquor shop over in the UK, or in the United States, I suppose you call it. Um, and he was out cold, and so somebody called him an ambulance. They got him, the pulse oximeter. They put it on the finger, and they checked him, all that kind of thing. Brought him to the hospital. It was an hour later or something to that effect. That ambulance was called to a murder scene, and obviously somebody was attacked, and then they died. So obviously pulse oximeter went on, all this kind of thing, and then, hey Lisa, how you doing, darling? So then they did fingerprints on the dead person, whatever, and they got the guy before him. They got his fingerprint, and but they had already proven that he was in hospital, so it was impossible for him to be at the crime scene to have done what he done. So instead of what I'm getting to here is, they keep calling the fingerprint that they found on the sheath touch DNA, where this person said, I need to change that to contact DNA or trace DNA. I'd rather call it trace DNA, because it isn't, he didn't act, there's no proof that he actually touched it. It's more like, once a jury hears touch DNA, they're thinking immediately that, oh yeah, he's touched it, or this, that, or the other. It's trace DNA that was found on the sheath. So it's kind of it's a difficult one. It really is a difficult one. Hey Betty, how you doing? It's really, really a difficult one. I don't think he did it. I think somebody has I think somebody has kind of frightened him into taking the deal, because I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that they were telling him, look, you're getting the death penalty, man. You're not getting out of this. It's either do the life, take the life, or you're getting the death penalty. There's no, I mean, they're hounding for your blood here. This is the way it's going to end up for you. I believe that that's what they've done. I believe that they've frightened that lad. That way, he's not a lad; he's a man. I believe they frightened him into taking that plea. I do. I believe that they frightened him into taking the plea. And listen, we all know what police can be like the world over. There's not any of them any better than any of the others. They can be all the same. They can be all up to no good and just wanting to bury a situation, get it done, and put it out of the way. Hey, Cassius, how you doing, darling? So I believe, and I've no proof of this either. So I mean, this is just everything that you're hearing on the show. Let me do a disclaimer: is my opinion only. I have no proof of anything, and I'm not going to put proof of anything. Hey, crazy purple, how you doing? This is just my opinion only. Anything that I say on this channel is just my opinion. I just want to get that out of the way. And, it is a true crime channel. We are going to be talking about certain things that can be a bit gory, a bit gruesome. So if that's not your cup of tea, I would advise you to click out, because we talk about big girl subjects and big boy subjects on this channel. It could be anything from flying cars to swearing or the leprechauns or God only knows what. But anyway, I mean, there's always some sort of chaos on this channel. But however, today we're going to talk about the Idaho case, because true crime was kind of half the reason that I came onto YouTube, because that's what I really loved, and I that was the only thing that I really did on here was true crime and history. Really, that was about it. You're entitled to that, but he took the plea. Yeah, no, I agree with you. He took the plea. I know, and I think that's what's leaving um, a lot of people sort of scratching their head. But I think that kid was, I keep calling him a kid. He's not a kid, but I think that guy was frightened and terrified into taking that plea. I think if it had gone to trial, I think that if it had gone to trial, they hadn't got enough to put in there. They genuinely, I don't think, had enough to put in there. They had, as this lady wants to call it, and she's one, I can't think of her name now, but she's one of the top in her job. And as she was saying, on what she knows about it, it's trace DNA, and it would not be enough to convict him. Even the time of his car, like, I mean, I think the videos really are throwing everything into chaos now, because you can hear Kaylee's voice, and you can hear. I heard a guy calling Kaylee, and everybody can hear it. If you listen really well, and it's unmistakable. And she's like, no, no, and then you hear another guy going, Jack, no, and then there was all sorts of chaos. And I that's where I believe Kaylee was first, shall we say, injured. I believe that she was injured in the kitchen. Then, if you look on the crime scene photographs, there is a whole lot of what is that word? Lumadol. I think that's what it's called, Lumadol. They sprayed Lumadol all over the house, and what that does, it attaches to the protein in the blood. It won't attach to protein in urine or anything else like that. It's specifically designed to only attach to blood proteins. And if you see the kitchen, you'll understand what I'm talking about. It is everywhere. It is absolutely everywhere. It's all over inside the kitchen floor. Because they were outside when this argument started, and you could hear the slider door going. You could hear it all. And then not too long after that, you heard somebody screaming, another girl screaming, "Oh my God!" And this other guy, "I didn't do this. I didn't do this." I mean, how they can still say after all that Brian did it, and he wasn't even left where he was living at this particular time. He was still at home. This is like 2 o'clock. That's after 2 o'clock in the morning. So not unless he's there's definitely a D in it. It's not luminol. I know it sounds like luminol, but there's definitely a D in it, as far as on luminol or luminol. I'm sure it is. Do you have that to play? I don't have it to play, but what I will do is I will get it and I will post it on the channel, and you guys can have a listen to it and see what you think. There's so many channels that have it posted. Some of them have done an amazing job at cleaning it up. As I say, there's so many if you're into doing sound engineering and stuff like that, and I'm not talking about playing with sound and you know, putting things in where there aren't. I'm talking about there's this particular one that you can play in the audio, okay, and you can play the little sample of the white noise. You'll check the little box for white noise, check another box and this, and then bang, it's done. You click it again, and then you've got this audio that's cleared up and no white noise. Okay, so that maybe there's another little noise like a whirring from the camera or this or that or the other. So you play a little bit of that and you clock that in, tap it, 2 3 taps, and then it cleans it all up. It's done in literally seconds, if even a second maybe, and then that's ready for you. So like this guy was doing this in real time, so there was no mucking around, messing around. He was just doing what he was doing. He was just cleaning up the audio, and it's really it's very sad. It's really fucking sad. You know, and you heard that must have been Maddie then, because Kaylee had this argument, say at the kitchen slider door. I'd say she must have been in and out with the dog maybe. um and I'd say that's where she was hurt badly. And then just all up the walls. I mean, the cleanup was absolutely obvious. It was absolutely obvious because when you walked in, there was spatter. And this is a new thing to me. Spatter, or isn't splatter like you'd think. Spatter is like what comes off a knife or what comes out of a person if they've been hit, and you know, there's blood on the walls. That's called spatter. So there, there's some of that. I mean, there is a fair amount of bits and pieces of that, but not nearly as much as there should have been. So that was the one thing that I could never understand. I mean, I think, Salty will correct me, isn't there 7 liters of blood in a human body? Obviously, depending on weight, I suppose, but I think there's roughly around 7 liters of blood in a human body. Um, and Xana's room, I think, was the worst. And Kaylee and Maddie, I believe, were posed. And I think the coroner actually said that. 8. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't too far off. Okay. So it's 8 liters. Okay. Um, and I believe Maddie and Kaylee were posed in bed. And I'm not too sure about Sana and Ethan. Oh, the only thing I thought, well, okay, it's so clean. How did this all happen? And then I thought, well, maybe they were in their beds 5 liters. Okay, 5 liters. Okay, I was always told 7. Okay, 5 liters. Okay. Um. Anyway, that is an awful lot of blood. 5 liters, 6 liters, 7 liters, whatever it is, it's still a huge amount of blood. If you see 7 liters or 5 liters of water on the floor, the average human adult is more than 5 liters, okay, of blood. And yeah, okay, perfect. 8.5 pounds. Okay, perfect. See, I knew Salty. I knew Salty would know. Obviously. Yeah. So I mean, that's a lot. That's a hell of a lot of blood. I mean, obviously, we've got bones, we've got muscle, we've got tissue, we've got fat, we've got organs, we've got, like, all the ligaments and vessels and tendons, and we've got all of that makes up everything else. So that's understandable. But the highways and byways are run by our blood. It's carrying oxygen, it's carrying everything around the body. But you had to Google 8 pints of blood. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it varies from place to place. I don't know. I'm sure it probably does vary, but I think I was told so. Anyway, it's neither here nor there. But that is a massive amount of blood. If you imagine dumping 7 liters of water on your kitchen floor, that's huge. That's I mean, you're talking a massive flood. You'd be panicking. So by 4, you know, by 4, and by the brutal way that they were murdered, was just it just I couldn't figure out how one person could do such brutal crimes and obviously clean up, unless he had 8 arms, 5 legs, and could fly, and had no fingerprints or shoe prints. I fail to see how he could do it. I fail to see how he could do it in what were they saying now? 2, 3 minutes now they're giving him for all this chaos. Like, how could you stab somebody 50 times, 40 times, 50 times, and still have enough time? Now, bearing in mind, these people are fighting back. They're not lying there just lifeless. These people are fighting back. They're fighting for their lives. They're giving it everything they've got. And, that's going to tire somebody out. I mean, that that alone from one person is bad enough. But then to be able to do it again and again and again, I don't see it. And then to be able to have the time to clean up. I mean, the blood was all the way down the stairs, all the way down the banisters. It was everywhere. It was all over the kitchen floor, all around the sink, all under the microwave. It was absolutely everywhere, everywhere. And then there was bits and pieces that obviously they missed, they didn't clean up. But like, it, it was a nightmare scene. It would have been a nightmare scene had the police been called. And the saddest part is, Maddie could have been saved if they had called 911. She could have been saved. And this isn't my opinion. This is what has been said. She had she had still been alive. But I believe that they didn't call 911. I believe they allowed her to bleed out because she would have been able to tell the police absolutely everything. And that is just sickening. Dylan was very, every time she was on the phone, every time she was talking to police, okay, 4 a.m., okay, 4 a.m., there was a guy, okay, 4 a.m., there was a guy. And then listening to her interviews with the police. She was interviewed about 4 times, I think. They just got more weird and fantastical every time she was telling the story. I mean, first, there was never a mention about eyebrows. She could see his eyes and all that kind of thing. There was never any mention of eyebrows. Then all of a sudden, there was bushy eyebrows. Then, if you looked into Dylan's room, she had all these pictures of eyes and eyebrows, and she had this fascination with eyes and eyebrows. Which, fine. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But I just find it a bit weird, because you're gonna, okay, you do after a traumatized situation, you do sometimes remember bits and pieces afterwards that you were just in too much of a shell shock situation to be able to sort of access at the time. Your brain is too shocked. But it's just the things that she was saying. She did it, like, she didn't, they were watching Vampire Diaries, so she didn't know whether it was reality or whether it wasn't. But her phone tells a completely different story. Completely different story. She says then that they were asleep out cold all night. Now, let's think, if you were on the beer all night, okay, you're young, you're out and you're having drinks, and you're having a lot of drinks, as these kids obviously did. How many times during the night, or at least, I mean, we're talking, this is early afternoon, like very early afternoon. How many times would you have gotten up to go to the loo? You know, how many times? I know I would have been up and down to the loo at least twice. By 1 o'clock, definitely I would have been out of bed, turning around and, trying to inject life into myself. At that age of 20, I'd been out on the raz. I'd been up and down to the loo at least twice. I'd have been up at that age, at that stage, and I'm just not believing it. I'm just not believing it. Bethany has been very quiet, and I don't know. I don't even know if she was there, to be honest. Um, there's some people say she wasn't there. Some people say she was there. I don't know. It's the whole thing is just strange. At least I always said to Sam, let's double, but I thought they were asleep. No, they weren't asleep. I mean, as far as I can see, Zana and Ethan, oh my God, they fought tooth and nail. God help them for their life. Kaylee, I believe, she was badly, badly injured downstairs. Now, what I would love to know is from the Lumadol that was sprayed on everywhere, and you can see it all black, and it's not just blue, it goes blue and black. It's very evident what we're looking at. um I would love to know if that was from somebody holding on going up the stairs, that, or was that from somebody who'd hurt somebody that coming down the stairs, because it's all over the half wall that separates the stairs from the sitting room, and it's all the way down that banister, and it's on the opposite banister, and it's just absolutely everywhere. um and for them to be in Bethany's room, that's, or just yards from a door to safety, I'm not swallowing it. I'm not swallowing it. It's just, I mean, it's a weird house, I mean, when the police were there, when they first arrived and they got there, they were on the scene, all this kind of thing. Dylan said a couple of very weird things. Hey Eddie, how you doing? One thing she said to the police, "Oh, you won't find any evidence because we did a cleanup, And he said, "You did what?" "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. The parents' weekend, we did a big cleanup." So she's kind of telling on herself. I just found that a very, very weird thing to say. And what was the other thing she said? There was something else that she said. Oh yeah. Oh, I heard nothing. We heard nothing because we were, in our rooms. We couldn't hear anything, heard nothing. And then a few minutes later, they were talking about something else, something completely different. And she went, "Oh, you can hear everything in this house." So what is it? Did can you hear everything in this house, or did you choose not to help your friends, or your so-called friends? Um, and it's just really, really sad. So, I'll drop the link. If anybody wants to come up and have a chat about this, please do. I just find it endlessly puzzling, um, because obviously there are a lot of people that think that Brian, look, I don't know, none of us was there, but going off the video that was recorded, the CCTV video, that was right, like that would have been closer to Xana's room, and the back door, the slider, it would have been sort of closer to there, so it would have picked up everything from there. um Going from that, it was pretty fucking terrifying, to be honest. It really was. And it must have been Maddie that starts screaming, "Oh my God." And then some guy was like, "I didn't do this. I whatever, whatever." And it's just awful. It's absolutely horrifying. And I believe then that they were made go up the stairs, or dragged up the stairs, because of the amount of blood that there was. Um, yeah, and I do remember, there's another part of the bit. It was quite long, so we were kind of listening to it in chunks, if you like, because it was two, say from 2 o'clock on to about 3:30. So it was quite long. So we had to sort of break it up and listen to it in bits, because you have to stop it and go over and stop it and go over it. Well, that's what I do. I just pause, go back, and re-listen and re-listen and re-listen. Um, and yeah, it's you can hear what I think is aspiration, and it's fucking terrible. If you've ever heard anybody aspirating, you know that sound. It's horrible. It's wet. It's gurgling. It's a horrible, horrible sound. You can actually hear that. You can hear somebody sobbing. You can hear oh, it's a horrible, horrible thing to listen to. But if true crime is your thing and your head is itching, that you're trying to piece it all together, trying to figure it out, that it's just something that, if you have an interest in true crime, that you will put yourself through, and you will listen to it, because yeah, I don't know, it's just the need to know, I suppose, or the need to try and figure it out. It's still puzzling me, I think, why Brian took the plea. I think he was afraid that he was going to get the death penalty, and I think that they put it to him in that particular way. Oh, the Grim Reaper Cafe has entered. Hang on, where did you go? Oh, there you are.
I'm only.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm on my UK phone. I say I have like all these phones, but for some, I'm connected to Google on this account. That's why you're seeing
Okay.
this right now. And I didn't want to add another account and have to go through that rigmarole. So I apologize. I'm not being ghoulish or anything. It just happened that way. Um, Now, girl, you told me a couple months ago when we talked about this, there wasn't any blood anywhere that you could see.
Yeah,
Remember
I
that?
know there wasn't. There
And I
wasn't
said, and I,
anything.
okay, but I told you, I think a lot of that was redacted though in those photographs because they didn't want to put in anything too gory.
Yeah, but
But
now,
this is my one question, and I get it. You're skeptical. I get it. I get it. I totally get that. But I'm going to ask you one question.
sure.
What is it that would have had him so scared or petrified or whatever, or that he folded over and took a plea deal? And not just
Yeah,
to avoid the death penalty, when you said yourself that there wouldn't
yeah.
probably been enough evidence to convict.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I mean, did was his family threatened in some way? I don't know. I honestly don't know. You know,
By who?
if people, well, if these people, let's just say in imagination land, okay, we're talking imagination land now, okay. So let's just say this case took place in imagination land, right? And there was three
Whose
people.
imagination?
My,
Because my
we're all in
imagination,
it.
you're about, we're all in it. Okay,
We're
we're
all welcome
imagination land.
to imagination land. We're in my imagination. Okay, so let's just say minimum three people were there and committed those crimes. There would have happened to be. I mean, for the cleanup, Ethan was huge, and where he was attacked. I mean, the back of his legs, his tendons were slit on both his legs and his calf muscles, and like they put this guy down. You know,
Do you
defend
have, this
their
is
hand.
where, see, I digest information in a very visual sense better than I
Okay,
do just auditorily or, or just even seeing something in writing. You know what I mean? This
yeah,
is
yeah,
where I say, what was his blood intoxication? What was, the alcohol? What was his
pretty high,
BAC?
pretty high.
He,
Yeah,
exactly. Now,
yeah,
I'm being the, not devil's advocate, but I'll say that I'm being devil's advocate here. To your yin, to your yang, whatever.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We know, and haven't we seen him on video, shit faced?
Oh
He
yeah,
is slow. He was slow. He was, I mean, I remember seeing one of them try just walking up to the door and walking, just walking. They're slow. You know how it is when you're real drunk.
oh yeah,
And we
yeah,
all handle our alcohol differently, but we actually have the benefit of seeing them on some body cams when the police were called out there so many times
yeah,
and seeing how they behaved and how they acted and their reactions when they were intoxicated.
yeah,
And that's when I'm saying, yes, and you are sluggish. And back in the day, when I was their age, I probably would have gotten up to go to the bathroom maybe once or twice. That would be it, depending on how long I was sleeping. Because you asked that question earlier.
yeah.
So
So 1 o'clock, would you still have been? You would have moved. You wouldn't have got up for the loo.
if I was that, if I was that, I probably would have gotten up. Well, I mean, typically after we have a night of drinking or a day of drinking, depending,
Mm,
you would get up shortly after falling asleep, empty your bladder if you were sick, whatever, and then you would fall, and that's when you're like reaching that like heavy sleep,
sure.
alcohol induced sleep,
Yeah.
and then maybe about 4 hours later, if at all. But that was me.
Yeah.
I could drink like a fish back in the day,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
uh, um, but no, that's again the benefit of seeing them intoxicated on the different body cams. I saw how they acted, and it's not atypical. I mean, it's very typical of people that drink a lot, and
Yeah.
that's just campus life as well.
Of
That's
course
what
it
you
is.
do when you're in college. But
Yeah.
I just can't get over the fact, and I do wish he had some things to show, but so that way I could know what you're talking about. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Um,
Well, what I can do is
um,
I can send you the autopsy reports on all of them if you want. They're all done by the proper people, like the official autopsy reports. I can send you them, and you can see the amount of injuries, stab wounds. You can go through it yourself. You can see the alcohol. You can see the whole lot. And yeah, Ethan's was pretty high. I can't remember what Sanna's was. I know one of the girls was pretty high as well. I think it was 2 point something, which was
Well,
really
like all,
high.
and I understand that you're a skeptic, and I think you would have gotten a lot of closure, and a lot of people out there would have gotten a lot of closure if it had gone to trial.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I
You
mean, I
know,
think this is what does my head in about like a lot of things in America and a lot of, not just America, but like the world around. Let it go to trial. Let it play out. Let the fucking chips fall where they may, you know. And even with the Watts case, it should have gone to trial.
that's why you have all these people still screaming for Nicole Kessinger's head and still saying she's
And
guilty. But
and
then, you had all those people saying there's no way he could have done it in the amount of time that he did. But again, that's why I said people are capable of being capable, and it's it's
oh yeah,
it's insane how you can do things, because it's not a normal situation. Your body's not going through the motions just like it would normally go through the motions of everyday living when you're
yeah,
committing these crimes. But I think that there's nothing in the world. See, this is the thing too, though. We live in a world now where the idea of putting away guilty people, especially for crime of such atrocity,
yeah.
and there's just so much evidence now that was not available. DNA,
Sure.
cameras everywhere. Just you name it. That
Yeah.
you're not going to get somebody up on these charges and put them away um, on a fluke. I mean, there's got to be hard evidence of this shit, right?
But you see, that's
So
all they
I just
have.
don't see it. I don't see it. If it had gone to trial, there's no way. I mean, he was looking at. I remember him even petitioning the state, saying if he got the death penalty, he wanted to be execution. He wanted to be executed by firing. Um, what do you call it? Gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Firing squad. So he knew that that was a possibility, but I just don't think that anybody would actually plead guilty to it, not just to avoid the death penalty, but if he was innocent, why would
Yeah.
he plead?
Originally, at the very beginning, he said when he was first arrested, who else was arrested?
Well, I don't know that. I don't
Yeah,
know what because I don't
that's
I
true.
don't know this case like you do. But
Yeah.
and there's a lot of variables here
Mm. I
that
mean, he could have been involved. He could have been involved. He could have been dropping something off, picking somebody up, whatever. He could have known what was happening. He could have somehow been involved, but I don't believe he was at the crime scene because his car wasn't cleaned. They can confirm that he hadn't cleaned his car. He hadn't, done anything to his car. But some of the friends' cars were practically forensically cleaned inside and out because he was a door dasher, or not a door dasher, an Uber driver, and he likes to keep his car clean. But it was like super, 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 super clean. You know what I mean?
hmm
So, and then looking at a few there, I was watching a couple of videos of them being interviewed and whatever, like the morning afterwards, and there's a fair few cuts on a couple of people's hands that were never asked how they got there. You know,
and
in
I'm
particular,
listening.
yeah,
I'm
in
hearing what you're saying.
particular,
But this is what you're
uh,
just what
yeah,
you're telling me. Yeah.
Haley's boyfriend in particular had on his knuckle. You can see big, big graze on his knuckle, and I think there was a couple of more little cuts here and there. And Brian hadn't anything, nothing. I
Hmm.
mean, there was no blood in his car. I mean, they pulled that car apart, and like, remember, it was oh, we have a captain coming up. How are you, Captain Sensible?
Oh, hello. I'm Captain Something Wrong.
Well, all right.
That'll
Well, since
do
he's
the
up here with
Terry.
you, I'm going to go ahead and make another cup of coffee. But I will be listening, and I'm gonna.
Why is she
If you want to
always
put that link,
running away from the Chinese captain?
Oh,
because I
shut up!
want coffee.
She's
That's
That's
having
why. But
something
coffee.
wrong.
I'm listening, and I'll talk to y'all. I'm still listening, and I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Okay.
Already something wrong.
No, 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 no. She's having a coffee. They,
Oh,
yeah, she kind of stays up kind of late because her daughter's in the USA, so for phone calls and things like that. So
I hope it's not something wrong.
you always derail everything. Do you know that?
Yeah, well, dude, I was thinking, oh, that is funny. I come up as a Chinese pilot, and then it's like, oh yeah, and then they dismembered the bodies. It's like, oh, all right,
Something wrong. Yeah, something
yeah,
very.
oh, oh, yeah.
Anyway, so I don't know if you have been following that case or even if you have any interest in true crime, but it's been.
I was flying with my co-pilot too low.
Oh, it's like, the guy who invented the strapless bra, too hung low, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And like I don't know what he was thinking.
me either. Pointless.
That's right. Yeah. And well, was a dude, I mean, what did you
Yeah,
expect?
that's very true. Very true. So anyway, how are you?
I don't know. It's like the new job as an international pilot is not easy. But
Yes.
I'm doing what there's Cassius saying CS. That's right. And too low. That's right. That's right. There's something wrong.
Captain, something wrong. Yeah.
That's
Uh,
right. I'm here about the Chinese flying car talk, That's why I dressed up as one of your peers.
You're never going to let me live that down, are you? You're never.
Yeah, well, it's a flying car, dude. You don't want it to go down. You want it to stay up, right? Dude, already sick of the flying car, this one is. See, this is why you never
No.
buy a woman what she wants in the first year or two.
I am not. I still want it, but you're never going to let me live that down that I want a flying car. You're just going to continuously take the piss out of me.
I want to be famous already in a documentary.
Pardon?
I want to be famous in a documentary. I will be the guy who said, I warned her multiple times.
I told her, but she wouldn't listen to me.
I will be on all the panels as a flying car expert. Oh, I'm a Captain Domating Huang. Maybe round eye operated car wrongly. I should have bought the upgrade with the parachute.
I did.
Oh, should have put little stringy thing.
I had to pay extra for that. It was
That's
just
right. That's why you don't read the manual of a parachute when you use it the first time. Man, you read that shit beforehand. Because you don't want to get stuck in the manual first time you use a parachute.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think I'd prefer a jetpack if that was the story. If it was going down, I think I'd rather a jetpack.
Dude, sometimes I think like Darwin is not that intelligent. Because like if you give people a parachute and a manual to that parachute and take like 50 people, give them a parachute and a manual, and then you let them fly, jump out of an airplane, and 25 go spladoosh on the ground, right? I mean, you don't have to be a genius. You go, duh. Those are the dumb ones. I mean, Darwin couldn't figure that out, right? If he had parachutes, dude. I mean, it's not that hard of a concept.
Yeah, well, look, I still have hope for my €7,000 flying car, so I'm just going to wait for it to be a real thing. How are you doing, Pain Like Ben? Good to see you.
Oh, Pain Like Ben. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm derailing the show. She was talking about dismembering bodies. Go on, sweetheart.
I wasn't talking about dismembering bodies. I was talking about the Idaho 4 case. Yeah, those kids were pretty much butchered, and that just everything doesn't work. Like the guy that they have for the crime, and I can see what Salty's saying, and I see the sense in it, and I know what she's saying, but the timing doesn't work. From the recording of the house that was just to the side of it, they had CCTV cameras at the back because the entrance to their apartment was up, sort of up a stairs to like a little balcony, and that was at the back of the house, and then the front of the house had downstairs, so it was sort of arranged that way. So people would come and go from, the stairs up and down, like up to that apartment. And that picked up so much. It picked up everything. So, I mean, in my mind, the timeline is from 2 o'clock onwards, and it definitely wasn't from 4 o'clock.
Definitely 2 o'clock onwards. I agree. Yes.
Well, thank you very much for your blind faith. Thank you.
Yes. I studied this case deeply.
I'll agree with you as well.
Well, there's always in these criminal cases, there's always an open door policy for the latecomers.
Yeah, it's just, the things that you heard, and then when you saw the crime scene photographs, because they
I
just,
didn't see them.
I saw them, I watched them, and they
You
did.
bizarre likings of yours.
Well, I just have, if something doesn't kind of click, work in my head, it becomes like an itch in my brain, and it's like I can't scratch it. I have to go through everything to try and put, put the pieces together. It's like a jigsaw that just won't go together, that way. So I have to try and figure out the pieces and put it together, and it's just not working. I mean, from that time where I'm assuming it's Maddie, because Zana and Ethan hadn't come home yet.
Yeah.
And
We talking around 2 o'clock now.
yeah, we're talking around 2 o'clock. You
Good.
heard a guy calling Kaylee twice. I think she was in and out. That she had a little dog, and crime scene. The Lumadol, that stuff that they use. It's not luminol. It's Lumadol, I think. And anyway, they spray it. They spray everywhere with it, and this stuff only attaches to protein in the blood. So it won't attach
Yeah,
to
yeah,
protein
fucks
in
you up with
urine.
sperm too, you know.
No, no, it won't attach to anything else. Protein and anything else, only blood.
Oh.
And the whole floor, all around the sink, all up and down the staircase. I mean, it was covered in this stuff. It turns blue black, and it was everywhere. So unless he sprouted six arms, wings, and I don't know, could turn back time, I can't make the timeline fit that the police are given.
Hmm.
So I mean, you hear Kaylee scream, and that's just after 2 o'clock. And then, afterwards, you do see the grotesque amount of blood that was cleaned up. I mean, there was a obvious cleanup. Obviously, there was a cleanup. There had to have been, you know.
But if nobody knows for sure, then good cleaning though, right? I mean,
Well, it wasn't good cleaning because there was still they could still see the blood, But
yeah,
and
but if it's like there has to be, then it should be more like there surely was, you know.
yeah, I mean, to me, that is a telltale story of a cleanup. And the other thing is, okay, it was cold. It was what month? October, November, whatever. Why would you leave your front door open? So if you're at home and you're cleaning, uh,
Well,
just
I know.
just hang on, just think for a second. Just think for a second, okay? So you're at
Yes,
home
I'm
cleaning, you're
sorry.
mopping, you're washing things down. For me, I would leave the windows and doors open to dry the floors.
And well, also, if you live in Great Britain, it's not uncommon like to leave the door open while you while you do things in the house. It's called an open door policy. I think it's a cultural thing.
It must be. It's not cultural here, though. I have the
Yeah.
green lads in my field to contend with, so
And that is right, Pain like Bane. I'm an expert in all the things.
he is. He is
A
Mr.
little
Expert.
bit of a renaissance man myself. That's why I know about these backdoor policies.
Luminol, you're going to see it wiped down. Exactly. Yeah. It's not. There is definitely a D in there. I've seen it spelled. But I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. It's not luminol. It's lumadol. Something like that. Its
Oh,
pronunciation is slightly wrong. Yeah, that's just me being pernickety.
I was like, dude, where is she seeing the D again?
You're very funny.
And right, I'm a genius.
That's right.
I'm trying to show off for this painful pain dude now.
Yeah,
Because he called me out as an expert. See, that's why I need to, yeah.
he is. He is.
Let me do it like the original way. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
That's right. But anyway, so the two girls that were in the bed, I believe, were put there because they had a comforter over them, and there was no blood there or whatever. Like the worst room was Anna and Ethan's room. Well, it was Anna's room. Her boyfriend was there, and God help the two of them. Like, I mean, yes, okay, they were drunk, whatever, but they put up a fucking hell of a fight. God forgive me for swearing. They really put up a humongous fight. And they were hacked. When I say they were hacked, I really mean they were hacked. They were gouged. They were hacked. They were sliced. I
All
mean,
right, enough with
it,
the Irish.
I know, but it was it. I don't think anybody can appreciate how fucking bad it was. And
Yeah, people
that this
cannot
one,
appreciate how heck they have been.
yeah, but just to say this one skinny little guy did all of this, like I can't say again. The timeline is wrong. Just
Oh,
the things
y-
that they were saying was wrong. The things that one of the housemates was saying was weird and just not fucking right. And she was saying to the officers when they were coming in to kind of do the forensic search of the house, and oh, you won't find anything because we've done a cleanup. And they said, what? Oh yeah, yeah, it was parents' weekend, so we done a cleanup. So she was telling on herself. Do you know what I mean? And then she was saying, oh, I heard nothing. I was asleep, I heard nothing. And then later on, they were talking about something completely different, and she said, oh, you hear absolutely everything in this house. It's impossible not to hear things. And it's like,
really?
what?
That's
Yeah.
why they keep the doors open. What's the point, right?
When you see the door, somebody was walking their dog. It's always dog walkers, isn't it?
Always.
Always the dog walkers. They're fucking dodgy, man. Dog walkers are
Now,
dodgy.
dude, the thing is, like, it's not the dog walkers. See, now they found a way out. They're the perverts of old, they were called peeping toms, like, by old people, you know? Now they're dog walkers. Yes, yes.
So anyway, there was somebody walking past the
A
house,
pervert.
a dog walker.
Well, you
Call them
said
what
it, not
you will.
me.
Yeah, yeah. And the hall door was open, the front door was open, which was weird. But, if they didn't leave by the front door. But then I was thinking, I was like, what would be a reason that you would have your door open? And I was thinking, well,
Yeah,
we're not.
well, again.
Yeah, well, for some people, for normal people, they leave their back doors open, or you know what I mean?
I'm just saying. I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
Is
Different culture, ladies and gentlemen. And Europe rolls different. I apologize for you Americans. A lot of sex involved here and everything.
the screen was picked up on the CCT camera next door. I will get it, and I'll post it, and you guys can play it, and you can hear it yourself. Jules has it on her. There's a good few people who have it now on their channels, so I'll just post a link to that, and you guys can make of it what you will. But I
Very
think
privileged of you.
I just think for anybody who listens to that and then says, "Oh, that was it wasn't a TV." There's a certain sound that a TV has when it's been played and you're hearing it again through a camera. There's a certain sound that carries. That wasn't a TV. That was a human person
Oh.
live screaming.
There was
Yeah.
something wrong.
Oh, was something wrong? There was a something, big something wrong.
I
So
should get this Chinese captain detective head and the true crime committee.
we have to
Sorry,
get him.
I'm Detective
Have to
Sumating Wong.
detective something wrong. Something big wrong.
That's what
But
I should do. My new character is Detective Sumating Wong, and I dabble in true crime.
Lord. But anyway, getting back to the open door.
Oh yeah,
So the pervert,
yes.
the dog walker,
Slowly.
walking past at about 8:30 in the morning, 8 o'clock, and the door was open. So I was thinking, like, okay, so why would the door be open? If somebody was leaving in a hurry, yeah, well then why wasn't there blood on it? This guy, if this one person did this, he should have been drenched in blood. He should have been absolutely soaked in it, like squelching to the point
Oh,
of
you're sounding like a Slayer album. He should be drenched in
yeah, I know.
blood.
I mean, I need to impress on people.
Yes, you
This
want to impress this
should
dude
have
too.
should have looked,
Hmm.
but didn't. So everything was wrong from the time that the cameras went in, because now we can see the body cams from the police. They've released everything now, so now we can see everything. So from the time that they went in, everything was wrong, and Dylan just said 4 a.m. at 4 a.m. at 4. That's all she kept. That's all she wanted. At 4 a.m. a man. At 4 a.m. I saw a man. At 4 a.m. It's like this was a tape that she had been told to say, and she had to get it out. At 4 a.m. I saw a man. At 4 a.m. I saw a man. And there was no mention of bushy eyebrows or any of that nonsense until weeks later. Then
Bushy
there was
eyebrows are involved.
Yeah, it was weird. It was insane. The things that she was coming out with, even in her interviews, it was like, how is anybody taking this girl seriously? How? But anyway, getting back to the feckin' dog walker.
Yeah, so he was taking his cock out because he saw an open door. So what happened then?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
I was thinking, why would anybody leave the door open if somebody was exiting that way? That would be stupid. The front of the house, no blood. And then I was thinking, well, I know when I open like my kitchen door or whatever, if I'm mopping the floors, I open the doors and windows because I want the floors to
good
dry.
woman.
I do. I want the floors to dry. Shut up, you.
So you
Um,
think it was because of the cleanup job?
I think it was the cleanup. That's why the front door was open. That's why the floors and everything else were dry. The whole house was dry because they had the door open there. And I'm sure, you know, the amount of time that they spent cleaning, they had to wait for everything to be dried up and look okay before she called the police. And the saddest part is one of the girls could have been saved had they have called 911, when the attacks or just after the attacks had happened. And I believe that they chose not to, because if they did ring 911 and she was saved, she would have been able to tell the police exactly what happened. And I don't think that they could have allowed that to happen. I'm saying them because I fully believe that there was more than one skinny man that has, Asperger's syndrome, and he has a few other things. He's an oddball. He's easy. He's low pickings. He's like low fruit. It's easy pickings. He was
The
odd.
fruit, all right.
Yeah, he was just, he was an oddball. He was a bit of a, yeah. I just don't think that's enough of a reason. Yes, he drove around there, but it was like after 4 o'clock in the morning, and this is what he did at night. He drove around because he suffered with insomnia, and like again, he was a staunch vegan, like to the point of when he'd go to his auntie's house for their Thanksgiving thing over there. If there was going to be any meat products cooked in any of the pots and pans, he would bring his own. So I find it very difficult to believe that this guy would own a leather sheath of, with a knife in it. I can't. I just don't see it. I don't see it. So I mean, what was found on the sheath wasn't an actual fingerprint from him. It was trace contact. So
Now
the best.
here's Lisa Morningstar saying he does not have Asperger's.
Not Asperger's, but he's on the spectrum. There was something that he has. I remember listening to somebody else's report, and that the mother said that he had Asperger's syndrome and something else. I can't remember what else, but that's what has been said anyway. That's what the mother has been
Yeah,
saying.
well, he's vegan, so there's some retardation going on to begin
Well, I
with.
would imagine so, yeah. But sorry, my sister's a vegan. She's gonna kill me.
I'm just saying, it's like, yeah,
I know, but she does it for health reasons.
yeah, yeah. Then
Yeah.
don't call it a vegan sausage. What are you doing?
Oh, yeah, that annoys me. I mean, look, if you want a sausage, buy a fucking sausage. That's not.
Right.
That's I don't know what that is, but it's not meat.
It's
You know.
like those rubber dicks false marketing. Feel intimidated. Puts a bad name on the real thing. And I learned something
Bit of a
so far from
letdown
this case.
there.
I don't know
Bit of a
what's going
letdown.
on with, dude. I don't know what's with this crime case, but I'm telling the cleaning lady from now on, treat it like a crime case. Treat it like a fucking crime scene. I want the doors open. I want.
Oh my god!
I want the dog walkers to walk by.
But honestly, if you're mopping floors, would you not open a window or a door to help the floor?
I'm a male. I never mopped floors.
You fucking pussy ass
They
bitch!
stay
Don't
dirty till I'm in a relationship again.
dirty.
That is the first mark of true love. Is when she cleans up the bar.
Oh, I tell you, I'd knock sense into you. I would. Yeah, no, 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 no,
Oh,
no.
I will reward her with a vegan product.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd be so grateful for that.
Oh,
Uh, I was like, his people would say anything, is what I believe. Even the vegan thing would be a cover. I don't think so, Lisa.
oh, so
When
sorry.
he was a kid, okay, he suffered really badly with shyness and awkwardness, and he didn't really have a lot of friends, uh, and look, at one thing borrowed another, and he ended up doing heroin, which is a bit of a jump, but he did end up doing heroin. And when the parents found out and that he'd been robbing people and whatever, they actually ratted on him. They brought him to the police. There's no way in hell. I can't see them, that those two parents covering from him, because I just don't think that they're like that. Because they dragged his arse to the police when he broke into the neighbor's house and robbed the iPad, as far as I know.
Okay.
And they dragged him to the police over a few other things. So I don't see them. I can't
But
see
I get
that
from the
though.
reaction that in the community also it's like, so it's split. Not everybody thinks it's the wrong guy. So some people think it's the right guy. Some think it's the wrong guy. I get.
Yeah, it's just one of those situations. And Salty's a nurse, so she kind of knows quite a bit about different bits and pieces, obviously. So yeah, she makes an awful lot of sense, because they were drunk. They did have quite a lot to drink, and yeah, so their reactions would have been slower. They would have been slower to move, and things like that. But it's just when you go from the crime scene evidence and what was actually there, then you kind of start to think something completely different. In the beginning, I was like, okay, they found him. Okay, yeah, grand, great, that's great. It's terrible what happened, but I'm so glad the parents have got this guy and whatever. And then you really start listening to Dylan, and then you just kind of start side eyeing her and Bethany a little bit, because they're saying thing and then they're saying something else completely different an hour later, and it's like, what are you guys at? What is going on here?
But
And
who was it though?
they say it was a guy called Brian Koberger.
No. What do you think? Like that's wrongly blamed artist. But like, who do you think it was?
Do I think? Come on, Teddy, come in. I think it was a couple of guys that they all knew, and I think, like the next day, what I could never understand was they could see, I could see on one of the ex-boyfriend's hands was cuts and grazes on his hands, and I'm like, how was this guy not taken in and swabbed and everything? Come on, Teddy. My dog is covered in dirt and he won't come in now, and it's raining because he's afraid he's going to get a bath. He won't come in.
Right.
Hey, come on. No, okay, stay there then. Come on, good boy.
No snow in Ireland, huh?
No snow in Ireland. No, come on, good boy. Come on. No, he's at the door. Come on. Good boy.
And this went strange quick. I always just like it when he talks to me that way. Makes me feel belittled. And okay, she has to do some things, so that leaves me alone with you guys. This is not by my choosing. This is by her mismanagement of time. So I can say no, whatever. Ain't that great? So know nothing about the case. Know not the people involved. I know we can learn a lot about cleaning habits here. The ladies in the audience can take some notes. Sometimes it's beneficial to crack them windows open. Even the door a little bit, but be careful with that open door. It might attract the wrong crowd, depending on what is advertised in that area. You don't want to be mistaken for the wrong open door. All of a sudden, you have a pervert. Oh, see, this is Terry show. Captain Tomating Wong show. All of a sudden, you have the wrong person in your living room, standing
Hello.
there,
I'm back.
masturbating furiously. What?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, I was giving some PSA to the nice people. Yes.
Yes. So, where was I? No, you're going to sit there now. Stay on that sheepskin and don't move.
He talks to me like that again. It's very belittling.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my fucking crazy dog.
Oh,
You can stay like that because I can't manage it in the bath. Anyway, where was I?
No, there is
Oh,
the salty bitch saying something very
oh,
long, so that might be relevant.
I just looked at the video you linked and you see, I took the other videos. I'll watch a few tonight, but scenes heavily biased, tan, and yeah. I mean, it could well be. It really could well be. But sorry, you were trying to come up, and I was trying to get my dog in. If you want to try and come back up again, do.
Yeah, dude, I
Uh,
even drop. I don't want to like with my stupid comedy. I don't want to like take away from this riveting case. So I don't want to just saying, you know.
yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. It's just it's one of those cases that's
Fly
been
away in my little car.
flying little car. So true crime isn't something that you're interested in. Oh shit, he's upstairs. Teddy! Sorry, hang on a second.
Famous last words in the true crime scene, by the way. You know? Oh shit, he's upstairs. That's right. Yeah, well, I don't know.
Sorry, give me a minute.
All right, we give her a minute, people. Back to the nice PSA I gave you before. It's like I said, you know, you gotta be careful when you open your doors.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Um,
all right.
dog is just a head case. He's driving me mental today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should
So,
close the door, you know?
the door was closed.
Oh,
I let him out foolishly, thinking that he'd just, stay in the garden. But no,
a women's
no,
brain, right? A women's brain. What are you gonna do?
not that boy. I know. Oh, so yeah. So that's it. So how have you been anyway?
Yeah, well, just doing my thing.
Yeah. Where are your lives? I've never seen them scheduled.
Yeah, dude, I'm a little bit, I don't know. It sometimes there's not much to talk about, you know. And like when I do music and shit like that, it's not a crowd like I'm coming from. These people
No.
are not interested in the finer arts like these people here, you know.
I never see your lives. I never see that. Like I'm
you
not getting
you must subscribe and do the dingy ding thing with the
I
bell.
am subscribed. I am subscribed, and I
Well, I
did.
was live yesterday.
Yeah, never got a notification.
See, you have
Yeah,
to
never got a notification.
I nuked this one channel. You're still subscribed on the right one, right?
Yeah, I am.
All right, then, dude, it's clearly your fault, not mine.
It's Terrytopia, isn't it?
I guess so. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
But
I'm
I'm thinking
subscribed.
about a new channel. So,
Oh.
you ladies and gentlemen, you keep on the lookout for the new YouTube sensation, Detective Sumating Wong. You know, a
I
rising star in
do
the true crime scene.
I think you should do that. I do. I think you should do that. Something wrong.
Sumating Wong.
Yeah, and just talk about all the new cases that are coming up,
Yes,
or
I'm gonna
all
be
the
like
old
a monk-like character, you know.
cases. A monk.
Yeah, well, like Monk, the series, the dude, you know, who with the
Oh,
crimes, Monk,
yeah. Okay, yeah, I know. Oh, yeah,
the one who's a little bit on the spectrum.
yeah, and he actually reminds me of Brian Kohlberger, the guy that they have for the crime. He does. He's
Eh?
got this kind of hair, and yeah, except an older, shorter, fatter version because Kohlberger is quite tall and skinny.
Dude, when I always looked at Monk, I thought it's stupid, you know, because if your criminal just sneeze at him, you know, motherfucker will collapse. Just,
I
oh,
never really got into that. I just
oh,
I
it's a
don't
good
enjoy,
series.
yeah, I don't enjoy him as an actor. I don't know why.
Yeah, I like. I don't. Yeah, he always looks smelly for some reason, you know. But the thing is, like in Monk, he's like, so he's a detective that had some trauma, and now he has all these tics, you know, where he
Yeah.
cannot, and but he still has his sense for crime cases and shit, and he still solves crime, trying to overcome his, you know,
Okay. Yeah,
kind of.
I mean, I've watched a few of them. I tried to get into it, but I just couldn't. I just, as I said, don't enjoy watching him. So
Right, dude. I like Airwolf much more too.
Airwolf. Oh God, that's a flashback from
That
that's
is, dude. That
wow.
was good shit. Diddle dee
Yeah.
dee, diddle dee dee, dee 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 dee.
What was it I used to watch when I was a kid? Chips. I remember Chips. I watched that and Miami Vice.
We were
Uh,
only allowed to watch Knight Rider and Baywatch. Baywatch only because David Hasselhoff was involved.
Baywatch, yeah. I mean, no, I mean it was on, but I don't think I ever seriously
Oh,
really watched
Erika
it.
Eleniak. I jerked off to that woman.
Oh my God!
That unbelievable. What
Hey, would
time?
you mind keeping your bodily functions to yourself,
I'm
please?
just reminiscing. Can I not have a trip down memory lane? I'm in that
What were you
age.
like 5? Please.
No. Ew, now you make it weird, dude. What are you like now?
You made it weird. I mean, back then, what were you like 5?
I
Because
was not 5.
I was only about
No.
6 or 7 when that was out.
Yeah, well, good for you, dude. I'm an old dude then.
No, you're not. I'm older than you clown.
Dude, I know. I have a vivid like memory of like how old I was when I first jerked
Yeah, but
like the
you
sausage
know,
a little bit, you know?
yeah, you were watching the reruns. You weren't watching it like you weren't watching it fresh. You were watching the reruns. You're a rerun kid. Come on, I can't be dealing with
What's
this.
the reruns, dude? I don't care. She had
Rerun
big
kid.
boobies, whatever it was. That was before Pamela Anderson. That was the first season. Like
Yeah,
she was the big booted bitch before Pamela Anderson came in to replace
yeah.
her as the big booted bitch. Yeah,
Wow.
right.
Yeah.
And not booted, boobies. You know, we're
Yes.
talking about silicon.
Yeah. I got it. I
Not
got it.
not the chip stuff, the booby stuff.
Yes, we get it. The inflatable.
Tits. I'm talking about tits. God damn it.
Yes, we understand. We understand.
Breastises.
Inflatable airbags.
And now you get it.
But yeah, I remember I watched Chips. Chips was cool. Do you remember that? No.
No, it was not that. Well, it was not that big for me. At least Dallas, I watched sometimes,
Oh yeah, Dallas and
and also
Dynasty.
the rival series, the Denver Clan.
No, I never watched that. I don't even
Oh,
think I heard of it. There
thing.
was Knots Landing. There was another one called Knots Landing. I remember that. Yeah. My grandmother watched them all, and like I lived with my granny and granddad, so basically whatever they watched, I had to watch, So or go to bed. They were your choices.
was a
So
weird time when the TV just stopped at night. You know.
it was literally like you're either going to bed or you're going to watch this, and it was like most of the time, well, I'll go to bed or just have to sit and suffer through Dallas or Dynasty, and then they became quite good. Then I became like, oh, cool, I'm going to look at this. Hey, Daniel, how you doing? Good to see you.
There's somebody named Daniel. He says, "Good morning, everyone." Very
What
suspicious, Daniel.
what I should have said to everybody was Happy New Year because I haven't spoken or seen to most of you guys since before.
I'm keeping an eye on the people. See, because she's letting only the doors open because of the cleaning.
I'm not a backdoor policy person. Excuse yourself.
I thought it's a cultural thing on your island.
No, it's not a cultural thing. Excuse yourself.
Dude, it is when it comes to dogging, that is invented by the British. You can say whatever, dude. It's a British pastime.
Well, that's okay. I'm not British.
That and dressing up as women.
Well, no, that didn't
You
come.
have even Izzy Izzard, dude. He's a fucking comedian dressing up as a woman, dude. It's a British
Mm.
thing.
He's an oddball. He's very
Yeah,
intelligent.
it's a British thing. I told you.
Oh, who was the guy before Eddie Izzard? There was another guy, and he got blackballed from everything. I don't know. He made a joke, and it was a little bit too much on TV, and nobody would hire him again. I can't think of his name, but he was another guy. He wore really short hair, and he sort of a pinched nose, and he had a very camp way about expressing himself, makeup, and an English guy.
Oh,
Anyway,
David Bowie.
no, not Bowie, for God's sake, no. Though I have the perfect actor for a movie if about his life, if there's ever a really good one made, I have the perfect actor in mind for him. Um, Jamie Bowen Campbell, I think that's his name. He's
No, I got to look for this shit. See, you're presenting, dude. Could you not have sent something like Sean Connery? I could have
no,
put a picture to that.
no,
So,
because
well, what's the name of the dude you say?
I
Shane?
think it's Jamie Campbell Bower. I think that's his name. He's actually in Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah, yes.
He plays Vecna in Stranger Things, but he's a singer and a musician as well. But He actually sounds like him when he's been interviewed. He has that mad London sort of same deep accent as Bowie had, and I reckon.
Oh, yeah, with a
Great.
lot of makeup. Like I can see him.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
could.
yeah, but he does not really look like Bowie. You know what I
No,
mean?
but makeup does all of that nowadays. But
Yeah.
it's
But
the voice
it's not like
sound.
with the Queen movie where the dude just looks like the dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think he would carry the performance just purely on the voice and his sound, which I think is more important. To be honest, the look will get there. They have ways and means with plastics and silicones and prosthetics to get the face to look exactly the way they want it now. With makeup,
Yeah.
they,
Well,
they,
I would watch it.
they did it with the Pamela and Tommy movie. That
Oh yeah, I watched that
yeah.
one. The
Did you watch it? I didn't watch
Pamela-
it. Yeah, I mean they did that. They
the
did their
one on the boat.
phone and all of that sort of stuff to make them look more like the characters. So I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Really, the one on the boat where they were fucking.
No, I didn't watch. Why would I want to watch that?
Yeah, that was the Pamela movie, right?
No, 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 no. They made a movie about Pam and Tommy about their life together. They made a
Oh
movie.
yeah, well they spent some time on a boat together. Like there's video evidence.
Yes, they did on their honeymoon.
The
Yes, they
man
did.
is blessed. The man is
Ah,
blessed.
stop.
I'm just
We're trying
saying,
to
dude. Like
keep
I cannot talk shit about him in the penis department, dude. The man is like, he's got a point. It's like he can make a hell of an argument. That's all I'm saying.
well done him. Well done.
Yes, he at least in that rock star department, he's walking the walk.
Well done. Well done, you.
Yes.
Well,
Wait, and they made a documentary about that.
no,
It's like
a movie. They made a movie.
a movie about them
Yeah.
fucking on a boat. What like?
No,
What is it? Like a
about
timepiece?
about their life, about their marriage, about that
Yeah.
era of their lives. Yeah. So I
Who
didn't
is
watch.
interested in that kind of shit, dude? Who wants to see?
Oh my
I mean,
god!
I get, but don't get me wrong. I get a Johnny Cash movie and shit. Like I get that, right? But Pamela Anderson, like,
Yeah, no,
all right.
I either.
Oh,
Nomad, Duckman,
yeah.
how you doing?
Oh, hello, Mister. It's Captain Suma Ting Wong, but I'm a changing occupation. I already a letter of recognition to airline. I'm changing law enforcement. I'm gonna be Detective Suma Ting Wong. I'm applying. Just need American Wi-Fi for citizenship.
Yeah, you're very unwell, Terence.
Yeah, well, at least I lean into it.
You do, and
That is good. I did like, for example, like that one psych guy. What's his name? Carl Jung. He's Jung. Carl Jung. He's considered one of the great psychologists. Like he went crazy for a while. The great ones too.
Yeah, they all do. They're just way too intelligent. I think their brain just sort of fries.
It is cumbersome walking amongst you mortals from time to time. It is. You don't
I was
know.
just thinking the same thing myself.
It's not easy being a god.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it.
You have seen the movie with Jim Carrey, right? Where he took the burden just for a day, and it was only a block. It was not even a country.
I know.
Now I have to defend Greenland too.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, that's finished now, though, isn't it?
It's for us. It's not, dude.
I thought that was all done and dusted. That it's not
we deploying the troops there, like winter uniform, everything. Like these times, we're bringing the warm coats, dude. They're so fucked. We're not giving up the spaceship.
No, keep the spaceship, dude. No,
because that's the thing. That's the thing. The aliens in the Second World War, when they crashed in the Black Forest, right? So that's where they made contact with us Germans. So they gave us all the good stuff. That's where we got the flying saucers in the Second World War, right? But then we took all the alien stuff and kind of stored it in Greenland, right? Because like where you're gonna store that stuff, kind of cold. You don't have to build a fridge, kind of cool, you know. Also, the beer always cool, like for the guards. So,
Good.
well, then shit happened, you know. World War II didn't turn out like as it was planned and shit. So Greenland kind of, but still under our control, right? So we said, all right, we give you the moon, we give you the dude, so you can do the NASA shit, right? We give you all the scientists, but we keep the spaceship, and the spaceship is in Greenland. Now Trump goes around saying, "Oh, I'm gonna take Greenland." Now Germany throws it around and said, "No, hell you don't. We sending our troops up there, and have you seen them coming out of that airplane? Winter jackets to the brim." We're not doing that Stalingrad mistake twice. No, this time we're bringing the winter jackets, motherfucker, and this is our spaceship. Stay away, Americans, I say. Gets me fired up, dude. I'm already like the people looking stupid at me, like at the army barracks, because I'm saying, dude, when we're going to Greenland, like I'm volunteering.
Are you really?
Dude, when we're going to Greenland?
Yeah.
Dude, we keeping the UFO.
No, but hasn't that finished now? Hasn't he decided that? Hasn't Trump decided that? Yeah, it was a fool's errand. That it's
yeah, well, because all the others said, no, you don't. It's ridiculous. Well, he just wants a base there or something, I think. And that was one of the great Trump negotiation stunts where he comes in, oh, I want to fuck all your wives. Then the world leader say no. And then he said, all right, at least give me a base in Greenland. You know, it's kind of that kind of thing.
But they already have a base there. I mean,
I don't know what he wants.
To my knowledge, they had back in the day when, the wars were at it. There was, I think, if I remember, there was about 7 or 8. Now, they were all sort of, they're gone. Most of them, there's only one left as far as I know. There's only one base left in Greenland. So why does he need more?
I don't know. We see that is where this conspiracy comes in. That's where Detective Suma Ting Wong is on the case. It's because we don't know what's up in that Arctic Circle. Well, we know as Germans because that's where we buried the spaceship, right? But now everybody wants their part of the spaceship. The Chinese are getting testy too. So we're sending our troops up there, right? Winter jackets, that should be a sign. You never do. Like when we do, they were fighting in summer uniforms in Stalingrad. Like give them a warm jacket. See what the boys can do.
Pair of gloves, scarf, just the base.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't go around.
But, but also, dude, it's just the audacity. How can you, as a world leader, just waltz in and say, "Dude, I want this country"?
I know. I mean that his entitlement ceases to amaze me. It really does. Hey AGM, how you doing? His entitlement just astounds me. It never fails.
There's somebody correcting me about the wrong side of the planet. But the joke is on you. First of all, right? There is no south and no north because the earth is flat. And second of all, right? And second of all, that is that spherist propaganda you fall victim to. I pity the fool. Clearly, what I was stating is correct, not this scientifically proven answer that person stated.
You were incorrect. You were incorrect.
I never am.
The earth is square. It's square. And I can
prove
it.
You see.
I can prove it.
All right, I'm willing to listen.
4 corners of the earth. Should I say more? Waterfalls. We just don't notice we're going over the edge when we're over the edge. See? You just 4 corners of the earth. That's all I'm saying. Waterfalls. I mean, look, that's...
Makes more sense than the spherist bullshit.
Well, it makes more sense than the fucking flat earth bullshit.
Well, yeah, what would you say? It's a square or a cube?
It's a cube. It's a cube.
All right, because if it's a square, it's also flat. So,
Not really.
Not really.
Not really. No, you can turn it on a point, so it wouldn't be flat at all.
And the shape of the earth is fucked up.
Yeah, but
it resides on the back of that turtle.
What is happening? Oh God, yeah. What is happening with Trump and do you think we're heading for World War III? I mean, I thought we were a while back, like I thought we
I
were pretty
hope
close.
finally I will be tested in the crucible of a world war, just like my grandfather was.
Oh,
You know.
jeez.
Well, it looks that way. I don't know. Well, something about to happen.
Do you think
Like,
so?
but well, when you look at all the shit, like what's going on in the world, it's like, well, it can like shit can wrong on many.
Yeah.
It's like
Hey,
that AI shit is weird. Then you have like the whole world politics with wars. Then you have Iran. Like shit can go haywire there, right? You
yeah.
have Ukraine. That shit isn't over, right? Then you have like that Greenland situation. Like then you
And
have like the internal politics of the United States and shit. It's like the world is pretty. It's a tinderbox, like people say.
yeah, it is. It is. It's like a pot that's boiling. It's just about
And
to go.
you know
Yeah,
what's the fucking funny shit is like from all of what's going on, China seems somewhat the most stable, dude.
I
That's
know.
why they have their flying cars.
Exactly. They're no fools. They're like, fuck, I'm out of here. I'm going to fly my car out of this shit
Oh,
for
yeah,
only about
Captain something
35
wrong is in.
minutes.
Yeah, he's
Only
saying,
for
"I'll,
35
I'll
minutes.
let it around. I fight it out."
Oh, God. I mean,
Anyway, wouldn't
in this,
last long.
though, like thinking that we're heading into World War III is just fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. What are they thinking?
I mean, dude, we're heading into something, because like it seems to me like it's a feeling all over the world, right? In my country too, right? We are at a point where politicians are telling you like as long as I live, it's gonna be better, right?
Uh,
And I mean, verifiably, it's not gonna be better, right? It's getting worse. So, and now people are having strange reactions. In my country, they're moving more to the right and shit like that. It's
yeah.
because like it feels like people all over the world have that enough of with the bullshit energy, you
Yeah.
know. So
And I think it's about time. I think it's about time that pressure is, applied to our governments and the people are being heard because we're not being heard about so many things, and I
but
think if you
that's
people in general, nobody wants to go to war.
yeah, but when the people get a little bit too mouthy, it's a good way to keep things in check again. Now you have to fight somewhere, Now your day has structure.
Yeah. I just, my thing to President Trump would be, well, my son will go fighting with your son, and he'll be on the front line with your son. And unless your son's on the front line with everyone else's kids, no kids should go to war. I'm sorry, no, nobody's child should be in a war unless they're prepared to put their own flesh and blood on the front line with everybody else. No, no child should be going to war.
But
So
it
that's
will be a great war, the
oh.
best war ever.
Fucking right, it could be. It could be. I mean, he's a nut job. He could nuke places and just fuck everybody up.
Yeah, well, he should nuke Greenland. Get it over with
Oh
already.
no, no! Don't do that.
No,
That's
I
all the
think
wildlife.
if I want to be really bleak about it, Trump is just a court gesture that ushered in the new reign in America that will be J.D. Vance. And when J.D.
Yeah,
Vance is president, it's pretty much over because like he is pretty much like in with the Palantir folk and everything like with Peter Thiel, he pretty much made his whole career, and
yeah,
that is pretty much their takeover, I think.
yeah, yeah.
Because
I
you
know.
got to think also when you just without the tinfoil hat. So Trump gets the ape treatment where bullet grazes him a little bit on the ear, right?
Mm,
J.D. Vance was a never Trumper the whole time.
okay.
48 hours later, it's announced that a bit after Trump gets the ear thingy, that
Hmm.
J.D. Vance will be his vice president. A guy
Yeah,
who said like never Trump, right?
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, you could think, was it a setup? Was it
Hmm. Well, I don't know, but he's the guy with the really weird ideas. J.D. Vance's.
Yeah, there's a lot of them with really weird ideas. The world over, it's fucking scary. I don't know. What? Sorry, Lady Witch. You said, are we not talking about a triangle? Well, you know what? It could be a triangle. The Earth
And
could
that's only in Bermuda. You know, that's where they have the triangle. That's where that's why they invented the bikini. That's true because like shit seems to disappear down there. Yeah. We found the world's pussy. It's the Bermuda Triangle. Who would have thought?
no.
And we have to study if there is a correlation between disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle and earthquakes or something. Maybe an earthquake is just the Earth's orgasming after something gets inserted into the triangle. See, that's why I need a rich friend that can fund my studies.
I'm sure the world is waiting with bated breath.
I wish Elon would be my bestie. Hey, Elon, I want to find something out. I need like 3 million. Come on. PayPal me real quick. Have you ever thought about the Bermuda Triangle, Elon?
I think he'd send an ambulance to your
Dude,
door.
no. Just convince the motherfucker it's a good idea, dude.
No, I think he just sent
All of a
an
sudden, you see me in the Bermudas with a coconut and a straw. You know, it's like, yeah, I'm doing research for Elon. Things already disappeared here.
We're waiting for the earthquake.
You know, and then the next time Elon comes by, Elon, have we ever talked about skinwalkers? I need 4 million this time because I need a costume.
I need to go to Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah, it's a 2-for-1 because with the costume I can also bait out Bigfoot.
I have to go outside and shovel snow. Oh wow!
Oh yeah.
Oh, listen. Stay warm, Daniel, and
And
yeah,
Ryan,
have a good
don't
day.
freeze to death. You will become a landmark. You know.
Yeah. So yeah, just stay warm, darling. Have a good day. Take care, love. Yeah, shit. The
There's
snowstorm.
like you're gonna be like that green boots dude on Mount Everest. Oh.
That's
Yeah.
I would not like to go and climb Mount Everest. I don't want to. I have no desire to see any dead ex-climbers. No thanks.
That's right. You see, lady would get it. Them whales are a nature's dildos.
You too.
I'm just saying.
I was
Them
trying to
whales,
bring it
no,
back
dude.
to some sort of-
And is it like a sacrifice for them whales? Do they get swallowed? Is it like the way to whale heaven? I don't know. Yeah, but at Mount Everest shit, dude. I mean, nowadays it is like too much tourism anyway. I mean, have you seen the lines like to the summit, like in the season?
No,
Because dude, it's ridiculous. Oh, let me maybe we can show the nice people a picture because like the thing is, you can only climb the summit in a certain season, right? And there are only certain days where the weather is good, right? So all the people who make their attempts, right? It's pretty much like you're at a supermarket.
right. Oh,
Ridiculous.
wow. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't sound like the explorer's sort of challenge, or you know.
And then
Yeah, no, and it's just the old camps and the dead people still up there. I just wouldn't be able. I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like to be walking past them. You know.
oh, dude, I would look if something's still in that pocket. Good old green boots. What was he smoking? Anna? Wait, I just. Oh yeah, well, this is a.
Yeah, well, you know, there are people like you, Terry.
Yeah, well, I'm inquisitive mind, you know.
You do. You have.
I'm one of those what they call scientists.
Yes, for science.
Right. Oh,
Everything's.
let me see. Oh yeah. Here we can see it. Wait, let me.
I was going to say, behold the naming of the sperm whale of Fair.
So
I, I
if
already
you
did a disclaimer earlier on.
right, sperm
That's
whale
right.
got it coming. But look, so if you want to explore Everest, that is what it looks like in the season. So
Okay.
nowadays, so like I don't know if that is like the experience you're going for. So
I,
you know,
I wouldn't imagine most people think it's like that until they get there. Well, you'd want to do research, you
it's in the
know.
basement. It's in the basement, woman.
Oh, basement. Sorry, you didn't say. Oh, there we go.
The picture. See, this is how it looks at season
Oh
for the
my
summer.
God, that's ridiculous.
That's Mount Everest, baby, and that goes down till camp.
Wow, that's all the way down.
No, that is just the last for the summit. That's up there's the summit. That goes down till base camp, till the last camp, like the
Oh my.
line.
Oh, that's
That's the last stretch. That's the famous crossing there, where the most people like stand there. That's the last stretch before you get to the summit.
okay.
And so it's pretty much so you have a constant stream of people wanting to go up and people trying to go down. You know, it's like it's ridiculous.
That is insane. No, that
And you
I
can get that experience for I think like 20,000 or something. What they charge, they pretty much carry your shit up there. You know,
wow.
when you're reasonably fit.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. No,
Man,
that is insane. That is absolutely insane. I can't believe that.
dude, I would start to push people.
You,
Yeah, I only have 2 items. My wife's pregnant.
check out.
Or loosen up like the thingy on somebody's oxygen tank and shit,
Oh
you know?
shit.
And all of a sudden, ooh, oxygen kind of low, buddy, huh? You should go back.
You're not
Next
looking.
one.
You're not looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be my kind of thing at all. Walking that thing, it's just
Yeah.
stupid. Yeah, as Lady Rich is fucking freezing. It's you can hurt yourself on sharp things, and you have to do stuff. And like, no, thanks, no.
That's right. Dude, you don't wanna lose a toe or two in a checkout line. That's stupid. That is not explorer I like, you know?
No. I mean, yeah. I mean, can you imagine doing that for charity? Because I know loads of people who've done it around here, but they have to raise a shitload of money, you know.
Mm.
And they've done it, and there's a couple of people I've known who's lost fingers and toes, and
That's right. That's what you stand on. If the snow ever disappears on Everest, it's just an abundance of toes and fingers laying around.
fingers, toes, and ears, nose, bits of
If aliens ever, you know, they holy shit, what went down here? Dude, these heathens sacrificed all these fine people. They
themselves.
apparently they had to give fingers and toes for prosperous seasons.
Even a few ears, the odd nose.
Yeah. And they were huffing a lot of that oxygen, you know.
Stuff that's everywhere.
They were constantly high. Yeah, they got the whippets laying around. You know? Whippets and Toes, my new album, ladies and gentlemen, in storage. Dude, but that frostbite ugly too. It's not that nice where you lose a toe, or you always got that you
Horrible.
know.
It's black.
It's always it's always your foot is wearing blackface and shit, you know.
And your fingers, it's oh no, it looks horrible, but you know.
Yeah, dude. And nowadays, imagine you have 3 fingers frozen off on Everest. Yeah, half of your hand is black, right? Now you gotta explain everywhere in these days. It's not an insensitive joke, you know. It's just like yeah.
But like, if you leave part of yourself on Everest, can you get a passport there? Because like technically, part of you does live in that country.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, technically, part of you does live in that country. It's
Maybe the Dalai
ever.
Lama people pick it up and make readily things like whatever monastery. I don't know. No, dude, like the real MVPs are the fucking Sherpas. Like that are the locals,
Yeah.
right? Who carry up all the shit for the white man.
Oh,
So while these faggots pay like 25,000 a pop to go up there, dude, they do this the whole season every day, you know, with the heavy rucksack, dude.
yeah,
It's like ridiculous.
I know they're serious.
But the
They're
good thing is they're not fucking around, dude. Like if you decide you want to not walk no more, they're not coming back for you either. It's like
Yep, true. Yeah, you sit in your Todd, waiting for them to come back and then
that's
die.
right. Just go to the left a little bit, sir. Sit
Little bit
down over
more,
there, you know.
little bit more. Now
Yes.
lean.
Yeah, that's right. No, yeah, or just sit down, you know. Just hold this real quick. Hold this little flag real quick, you know. This one. Do you want to wear a special item to be named by? You know. Oh, there's rainbow goggles.
You
You
can't
know.
have boots. That's gone.
Wait, I get a toe bone rose. Well, nah. No. You got them Blackfoot. You pretty much do like you can do the stolen valor thing like with a couple packs of cigarettes. Like if you want to go for for the stolen valor of Everest.
Yeah.
Just smoke a couple of years, same effect to the toe. And then you can do like talks in your region that you kind of Everest. And you show you smoking toe. Talking like Rod Stewart. You know, yeah. That's when I climbed Everest, by the way. Lost a couple of toes there.
You don't know me. We're there.
You know, while smoking constantly while you're doing the talk, you know. Yeah.
Like you
Was
said,
tough up there.
people get to look at chat. Wait, I can get a toe bone grocery.
Dude, would you say it's romantic if your man says, I get your toe bone from Everest?
Could you imagine asking somebody going up and listen? If you, I know this might sound a little bit weird. You happen to see a few toes or fingers hanging around. Will you grab them for me?
But get me a toe bone from the Everest, that's some Scarborough Fair kind of shit, you know? Just, oh, you going to Scarborough Fair.
Make a necklace with them.
Bring her a toe bone from the Everest. It's
I ask-
diamond and
What
Wait.
will you do with the toe bone?
I don't know,
don't-
tea. You know, it's an aphrodisiac. Dude, you got to do a choice. It's either a rhino horn or a toe bone from the Everest.
This kind of. This is environmentally friendly. That one isn't.
Right here, dude. I'm trying to do something for the wildlife here, people. All of a sudden, you have dodgy perverts around the base camp. You know? Did he already lose the toe?
No, but I think the index finger is fucked.
Oh, here's a little bag with a QR code. You know, just put it down. We
If you
pick it
prefer
up.
friend, you get an extra $5.
That's right. You know. Oh, dude, and you get that fresh Everest shit. Keeps you hard for days. Dude, imagine, or like, that would be the cure against baldness. You know, it's rubbing your head in powder of Everest toes. Imagine that would be the cure to baldness. Dude. You would make millions.
Oh, I can't.
People that desperate.
Bonus points for noses.
That's right. Oh yeah, dude. The nose is strong. Because that's the one who climbed without oxygen, you know? That's the good
Oh.
genetic stuff. That's right. You have a good point there, dude. You want to have the noses. That's the quality. That's the truffle of Everest. Is the noses.
The truffle.
That's right. It's like truffles. Yeah. It's like,
What about
oh.
the ears? What about the ears? Because they get an awful.
You can still have like your rebreather and ears, but nose gone, dude. You got to climb without oxygen, dude. It's like no, dude. These are the tough ones.
But at least if
You want to have a piece of that Reinhold Messner nose, still low on Everest somewhere.
well, even if you don't have a nose, it still works. It's
That's not the point, dude. You want to grind that shit that keeps you hard for months, dude. That's that, dude. Nose is that shit that keep.
nose bone.
Oh yeah. It's not called a nose bone for nothing. Fucking Everest, dude. And now I want to go there. I will grift. I should.
At the end.
I should do this unironically. I should start streams and grift a trip to Everest. It's like, yeah. I know you people want me to go back into the workforce, but first I have something to get off the bucket list. So people, I need 20,000. I want to climb up a rock. I might find a nose or a toe or something.
My mission is not just to climb Everest, but it's to collect toes, fingers, ears, and noses on the way.
Right, you coming back from Everest looking like a tribes person. It's like, dude, in that base camp, dude, the right person can do all kinds of spells. The amount of noses, ears, fingers, like shit that's laying around, dude. Like in the good old days, dude, the village shaman, dude, they would have a field day.
You see, I know the wheels in my head are turning and they're in motion.
Dude, if they would have that amount of toe bones in Stonehenge, the aliens would already be here. You know what I mean? It's like even the Aztecs, dude, would be grateful, and they were not fucking around.
No, we can't have aliens yet. They'd be our overlords, and we'd be enslaved. Actually, is it very different to what we are like now? I don't know.
Yeah, it makes no difference. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think it does.
But the things, the Aztecs even were hesitant about that shit. They were thankful about some toe bones and fuck like that.
Yeah.
Dude, that must have been a great life back then, like the priest comes out of his little chamber and says, well, the crops were kind of low. I think we need 80,000 people to cut their hearts out. That will please the gods. You're going, dude, all of a sudden, you're leaving your family in the morning. You're going, oh, where are you going, Dad? Oh, I'm going to work the fields for the king, Like after lunch, all of a sudden you're a sacrifice. It's like,
where are we going?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, probably a raise. They invite us into the pyramid. All that hard labor finally working out. I always told my kids, just work hard.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't know how I got here, but it's been a very, very funny conversation that led from a very horrible case to a very funny conversation.
Yes. It led from a horrible case to pretty much Aztec mass murder. We it's always a banger. It's a crowd pleaser. Nothing like 80 people getting their hearts cut. 80,000 people getting their hearts cut out to improve the crops. It's like the crowd goes wild.
Absolutely.
Oh, what job, Mr. Fordman? It's your captain, Sumating Wong.
How you doing, Mr. Fordman? Well, listen, I'm going to head because I have to go.
But Mr. Fordman climbed Everest, as you clearly can see by his hands.
I'm so sorry. But will you do me a favor? Will you collect a few toe bones and fingers? Down,
collect
please?
Them toes and ears.
Yes, please. And maybe
people, if you find a nose or something, don't keep it for yourself. That's good shit, Sharing is caring. I would just say, It's been a while that I had some great Everest nose. I'm just saying. But always a great conversation, you know. I'm always derailing the shit. I'm sorry for it, but I have to leave now. Now the people coming in, see, and you have to care of your imaginary dog again. I'm leaving. This is despicable.
Well, why don't you go live then? Well, that was a laugh, as it normally is when Terry pops on. Well, listen, folks, thank you so much for coming in, and I'll see if I have the time to go live tomorrow. If I do, it'll be 2 o'clock, and I will schedule it. Well, listen, thank you so much for coming in, for popping up and having a chat. Thanks so much, Salty. Thanks, Terry, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.